Burn Live, y'all. Marijuana keeping y'all connected. Hashtagging these red eyes, changing the viewers' eye red, keeping underage smoking off of social media, killing myself for your entertainment. Sitting here with friends and family, starting a cannabisation. I highly appreciate people coming here. Welcome to another show. I hope it. I'm not even gonna go there. Welcome to another show. I hope that y'all appreciate it. I know it's been a while since I've been live. Welcome to the Burn Live Show, where we marijuana keeping you high and connected with what's going on and little things like that. Y'all, there's been a lot of things that's going on in the election world. A lot of things going on in the election world. So I was like, man, we're gonna not start off right there. I bet you everybody has heard that Trump has won the first caucus election in Iowa has kicked off, so that's where we started off. There are a lot of other things that are going on at the mystery. I've actually been doing a lot of research on this alien stuff, dog. I just want to see how true and how real that this alien stuff is. And so I've been doing my research. I seen a video. I literally watched 3 hours of this one video just to see how true it was. It wasn't that true. For as information, for as is aliens real? I'm sorry, I really wanted to sit here and discuss this with you guys to see if aliens were real or not. Other than that, the MAGA crisis has been getting out of hand. There has been a lot of discussions on keeping it real. Are we keeping it real by hiding the truth about depression? Are we keeping it real by hiding the truth about what really goes on in our communities and stuff like that? We really need to start looking in our communities and see what's really going on. Is this really true? Is the border crisis really a problem? It may not be to you, may not be to me, but is it really a problem and a crisis? Is it really looking bad out here in America? Do we need to be doing something about it? These are questions that we need to answer and solve, and I'm disappointed, y'all, if y'all getting a bad reception of the show. Once again, I said I wasn't gonna say it, but I did go out of my way to get my internet and stuff fixed, and it seemed like it just said, you know what, I just got played. But other than that, ladies and gentlemen, I can't let that hold me down. I really can't. I can't let that hold me down. I actually got a cover. Going a little bit outside, I got a cover for my Cannabis Conservative page. I have not been knowing that my Cannabis Conservative page had no cover, had no casing on it. And so people were ignoring the page, thinking that the page wasn't real. So now I do got my Cannabis Conservative page going on. I do highly appreciate people looking into investing into that page. Please like, follow, and share. Do all the contents and things that you do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all, like I said in the beginning, y'all know it's election season, but also I am going to sit here and tell you to your face that it is race hustling season. The white supremacist people are against us. The black caucus groups are the best. Okay. All right. The white people are here to harm us. It's happening. You're finna see stories everywhere. I also just heard about a report, ladies and gentlemen, before I start getting into videos and stuff like that. Let me go through a little rant. But I also just heard a video, seen a video that you're not supposed to mix religion and politics together. But yet again, you see, and I just really recently just watched this video, actually, just seeing that the Democrats are actually letting politicians up on stage and actually letting them talk and speak and do like that. But if Trump, a Republican, goes to a black church and wants to give out a speech and like that, it's a problem. So that is actually really, really going on. And I just want to know, what do you people, what do anybody thinks about this right here? If you're seeing this picture, let me bring up the picture. Let me bring up the picture. If this came to your church, this came to your congregation and stuff like this. Now, this is a person that's going to talk about Trump, and he's spilling blood on our democracy. And that word, spilling blood on our democracy, is the most funniest thing I have ever heard anybody say when they're repeating that. When Trump said it, I kind of understood where he was coming from. It was a difference of talking about illegal immigrants. People in America really are sleeping on the limit immigration that's happening on here, unless you in Chicago, New York, Texas, or any of these states where these crises are really taking toll. Fire in the hole, ladies and gentlemen. Now, yet again, my thought is telling me that we are not supposed to be having this right here. Or for most of y'all, it'd be on this side, but to me, it's on this side. But you're not supposed to be having this right here. You're not supposed to be having people in the pulpit. It's how my politics. They're trying to persuade your vote. That's not supposed to happen. Let them tell us it's not supposed to happen. Me personally, I kind of think it should, because it's, to me, in my opinion, it's a community type based ordeal. We're sitting up here in the community. I want to know what you and my fellow people are thinking and how we can come together and make the situation great again. That's it. That's where I come in at. That's where I look at it at and like, okay, this is where I feel like my people can make a stand. But if this is so-called a problem and churches get tax resents for not participating in politics, so that means they shouldn't have a tax cut, right? And this is what I was just told. This is actually what this video is about. And I was like, interesting. Very, very interesting.
And they are openly embracing an immoral, unstable, and depraved man who threatens violence and death, who attacks the rule of law, and who says he can terminate our Constitution.
That sounds like niggas in the hood. When I heard stuff like what she said, that sound like nigga. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. But that do sound like the black community in the black hood. It does. I'm sorry if you don't think it. It does. All right. So that's what they're doing in the Democratic Party, which I was told that you're not allowed to do. But you're going to do it anyway. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to stop you? Who's going to regulate it? Who's going to pull out their big bad naughty stick and tell you that you're wrong? So this is what I've been seeing so far, and this is what I've been hearing. You also got people who's upset, big upset over what's going on, for as trying to be an tell you, oh, this man is doing this man is doing that. Yeah, I feel like I've been really sleeping.
Authoritarianism in this country. We are worried about potential rise of fascism in this country. We're worried about our democracy falling to an authoritarian and potentially fascist form of government.
Is that these are white Christians? That this is a state that is overrepresented by white Christians that are going to participate in these caucuses, yes, especially tonight.
Oh, they big
bad.
And the big picture takeaway from that, and I don't mean to be...
Oh, I can't wait to get to the one right here, Joy Reid. I can't wait to get to Joy Reid. But just listen.
Hey, everybody talks about Joy Reid, but I just seen a podcast that talks about Joy Reid that says, for a person to hate Trump so bad, for people who don't like Trump, for those podcasters out there who have Trump syndrome, Trump deranged syndrome. Let me say it right. Trump deranged syndrome. Why would you go get a haircut, a hairdo that looks just like him? That is what kind of bothers me, and I'm like, that's weird. But it was pointed out to me that these people up here, everybody on this panel has Trump deranged syndrome. At first, I used to play around with the word and jokingly come on podcasts and talk about it. Oh, people got the Trump deranged syndrome. It's really real and stuff like that. But no, ladies and gentlemen. It's really, really real. It's real. It's out here. It's attackative towards us. And these are the people who's
listen to this
advocating
dark,
for
as you
it.
said, on this. But it is not. If we are worried about the rise of authoritarianism in this country, we are worried about potential rise of fascism in this country. We're worried about our democracy falling to an authoritarian and potentially fascist form of government. The leader who is trying to do that is part of that equation. But people wanting that is a much bigger part of that equation. Right. And the American electorate is made up of two major parties. One of those parties has been flirting with extremism on the ultra-right for a very long time. They've brought them in a way that they haven't been central to Republican electoral politics ever before, and I know because I've been studying this. But once you have radicalized one major party so that those are the preferences of the people who adhere to your party, the leader is interchangeable.
Is irrechangeable.
They've brought them in a way that they haven't been central to Republican electoral politics ever before, and I know because I've been studying this. But once you have radicalized one major party so that those are the preferences of the people who adhere to your party,
you sit on national. Let me use my deep voice on this one. But you sit up here on national television with blonde hair, brown eyes, but then you can also say, quote, tweet, and do everything behind closed door. Oh, blonde hair, blue-eyed devils is the white man. White supremacists is the white man. Joe Biden, who still today has been documented back in the 80s, who did a lot of racial movements in Congress and building laws and making laws, who's documented, ladies and gentlemen. But then everybody be like, oh, people can change. When has Joe Biden changed? When has Joe Biden even admitted that he has changed? This is what I'm saying. If Joe Biden was the Joe Biden back in the day, back in the 80s, they would not be up there. You would not be seeing this lady smile and smirk and be like, okay, we need Joe Biden back so bad. The party who endorsed the Jim Crow laws, and when you say that to a nigga, they act like they don't know what you mean. They act like they don't know what you're talking about. You can ask anybody up there on this panel.
And yes, Trumpism is sometimes
on this panel.
MAGA movement is probably a better.
Y'all Democratic Party funded the Jim Crow law. Yes or no? That's one question, easiest question of all. Did y'all not endorse the Jim Crow era?
But there is an authoritarian movement inside Republican politics that isn't being bamboozled by Trump. They are pushing Trump to get more and more extreme, because the more extreme things he says, the more they.
There you go. He says he haven't done anything. It's like I don't want to waste my video going over this because I want y'all to listen to Joy Reid. Everybody knows this lady's a nut. And what she's saying is completely stupid and it's pointless. There's no authoritarianism in our government, especially not from the Republican side. The president really can't do much, and the president isn't doing much. Donald Trump did a lot of good things for this country. He still had his hands tied behind his back because without Congress, the president can't get anything done. And we all saw that. If the DOJ ain't on your side, the FBI ain't on your side, other politicians ain't on your side, your party ain't on your side, to run without a president. So they had to get the Negro to come put y'all back in place and tell you what the white man is doing. This is the token black. This is what these people really represent. They say, I'm a token. You the token. Because why can't the other fool say what you said? No, because she don't have the credence. They use you to say it. And then you sound like a fool. Listen to her tell you what white people doing.
But, I feel like the important sort of data point, and Steve talks about it a lot. He's going to probably talk about it a little more tonight, is that these are white Christians. That this is a state that is overrepresented by white Christians that are.
So we overrepresented by white Christians. This is a derogatory, by the way.
This is the part where I didn't understand no bullshit. No bullshit. I did not understand myself. Not gonna lie to you. When I seen this, I was like, what is they trying to say? What do they mean by Christians? White Christians. Why all of a sudden can she sit up there on national television? Somebody got to explain to me this. And I don't even want to look at the camera because maybe that's how I get y'all to come up here and talk to me. If I don't look at y'all, some people might get a little scared if you're looking at them. So I'm going to turn my head and I'm going to ask y'all, why is it that y'all would let a black woman get on national TV and talk about white people like that? And if a white person said anything black is racist. So what is the difference of having a black woman saying white Christians? What about black Christians? Because I just showed y'all a black Christian church with a white woman up there. But y'all yet again will talk about a white. It blew my mind to hear and listen to this, but then I heard no spillbacks, no pullbacks. Twitter is not blowing up that this lady is spilling racial rhetoric on national television. I probably got a neighbor that I would sit here and like, hey man, this black woman on national television, yeah, black power. How is that not racist? How is this? This is not a problem. Like, we don't have a problem with this. A lot of y'all gonna tell me, no, I don't have a problem with that. That's wild to me.
Good thing, right? She ain't saying it's a good thing. Okay, keep rolling.
Going to participate in these caucuses, yes. Especially tonight. Earlier today, reached out to Robbie Jones from the Public Religion Research Institute, knowing that we were going to talk about Iowa. And this is a hyper evangelical white state. And he said the following to me.
Hyper evangelical white state. So where is a hyper evangelical black state? Baltimore, Chicago. Where's a hyper evangelical black state? So when a hyper evangelical black state do this, vote for Trump, then what's the problem? But then when I go on here and I show y'all other black people who have a problem with this, then do that still make me a coon?
About 61% white Christian. The country as a whole is approximately 41% white Christian. And in Iowa, we're talking about evangelical white Christians. And he said the following, because I asked him.
You got to get ecological.
What do they get out of supporting Donald Trump? Because he keeps losing, he keeps delivering losses and losses and losses. And he said the following. They see themselves as the rightful inheritors of this country, and Trump has promised to give it back to them.
What?
I can't handle this, man.
And he said the following. They see themselves as the rightful inheritors of this country, and Trump has promised to give it back to them.
I think Trump said that to everybody in America. You know, there's one thing that she would not say, and CNN won't say, and Meet the Press, and it seems like I've been on Meet the Press a lot. But one thing I won't hear them say is, well, if y'all know that he's so bad, y'all know exactly what he's going to do. Because remember, ladies and gentlemen, they tell us that he's going to take over dictatorship. He's going to... hold on. I keep forgetting that I have a marijuana group. So he's going to take away your weed, y'all. He's going to take away you smoking away the Mary Jane. Trump is going to take away the weed. All right? So is that what you want? Is that what... Have anybody heard Trump say that he's going to take away the black people rights, the Mexican rights, take away smoking away weed, take away gay rights? Has anybody heard any of that? Because this is what they be alluding to. I'm just saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is what they be alluding to.
I can't handle this, man.
Look, I can't handle it either. That's why I had to go. I had to go to something else because it's weird to me. And I ask questions, then you have other people. Oh, Michael, you tripping? Capiche, you tripping? Or as in my new channel, cannabis conservatives, y'all tripping. My cannabis conservative family. Even on the Burn Live, that's what I'm start calling y'all. That's what y'all are to me. My cannabis conservative family. Are we going to keep letting this dialogue keep coming across our stations, our lands, our projections, and say that, oh yeah, this is okay? Now these faces right here that I'm finna pull up, these faces right here has been all against Trump. I have never ever got to know so many damn faces in politics and in media, because these guys who so-called do a good job. If you do a good job, y'all, they reward you with, you know what I'm saying, camera time. When you do a good job, they reward you with camera time. So these guys do a good job. They report the truth. They stand firm on what they believe in when they're reporting a story to us. Okay. But yet again, you can hear these stories that they tell us, but then you can go to people who do insights. Sit down conversation for 3 hours and talk, and you hear a totally different story. Man, that's what my boss used to tell me about me when I had got into it with a dude at my job. Only thing, he heard a different story from me because I didn't write no statement. Other than that, I admitted everything I did, and I stand on what I said and did. I just don't write statements like, who the fuck out of here? I called him a fat walrus. Yes, I did. But everybody that we finna start sitting and smoking with and dabbing with from here on out is finna start telling us all about how this guy is bad and he's this, and this guy right here is doing something for the country, needs our help and support, needs us to do this, need us to do that, need us to do all of this stuff. But yet again, ladies and gentlemen, everything that he said is working. It's working. I don't see it, and I need to go back to these people that actually be preaching this too. Maybe that's another thing I need to start doing too. Is actually going to the. I follow a couple of people who talk good democratical points. But then I heard one person that talked somewhat democratical points, but yet again he be sounding like he's a independent. And oh yes, I have heard from all three sides, Republicans, independents, Democrats. I have. But yet again, my question is, when the niggas start saying racial things about a Republican that hasn't actually happened, when you have documents of a dude going to a Trump rally, a nigga going to a Trump rally, and he's actually enjoying himself, that actually happened. When you see stuff like this happening, when you see a person like Vivid Ramaswamy going everywhere, on the news everywhere, doing it a good job, impressive to the people, I just feel like Vivid Ramaswamy had a bad timing. But yet again, this president that's in office is telling us that everything is working fine. Everything's working great. We are peaceful. There's nothing going on. 2 thumbs up. Kudos. I don't think y'all see it like that. I think y'all see problems, struggles, gas prices, minimum wage prices, food prices, weed man prices. See, nobody talks about the weed man prices. I can't forget my guy who's mad at the federal government because he can't ship weed to his sister. But yet again, everybody wants to look at what's going on and what's not going on. So what's really going on? You just asked like 3 questions in one. You got fake media. You got the delusional of a dictatorship that's going on here in America. You got everything possible that they want to throw at us that's possibly is going to happen, that you be like, okay, how do y'all see this going down? I'm just curious, how do y'all see this going down? Because when y'all see it going down, when y'all actually see that Trump is going to be in office, Trump is going to win, Trump is going to get back in office. Hypothetically, we're going to say Trump is in office. Then what? Then the dictatorship. Then what? I want to see if like people like Whoopi Goldberg is going to leave. I want to see all these Democrats who bitched and cried, who's going to say that we bitched and cried for 4 years, and y'all can check my channel out for the 4 years that he's been in office. You not really heard me too much bitch and cry. You just see me point out what was actually going on, point out things that I actually seen that I felt there was a problem. I actually did not bitch and complain. I was like, what for? What for? Why give a Democrat person like The View the ammo to come out here and say, oh, y'all bitch and complain, that's all y'all did for 4 years while Joe Biden is in office, now Trump back in office, now what? That's a good question. Now what? I'm happy. Now I can finish getting my businesses off the ground. People who I damn near guarantee everybody that started a business doing these when Trump was in office was doing good, and it slowed down during these last 4 years. It definitely slowed down when this war took off. It definitely slowed down. You maybe started maintaining, but you had to realize that you had to sit back and just take a break for a second. You know what I'm saying? More invest into the one project instead of investing into multiples. If you're just getting off the ground, let's bet you that's what you was doing. you realize that you probably had to take more breaks. I realize how hard it is unless I had to do what mainstream media wants me to do to even become recognizable out here in mainstream media or on social media. Like, I just wanted to build a cannabis conservative group that we can smoke, talk about these things, talk about whatever. Aliens, flat earths, politics, relationships, relationships, lawyers, fees, investments, sports, comic books, horror movies, good movies, bad movies, sad movies, comedies, Cat Williams, Eddie Murphy, Dave Chappelle, which people be like, you sound like Dave Chappelle. You like a Dave Chappelle Uncle Ruckus. That's what they call me. I should start a channel and say Dave Chappelle Ruckus. Chappelle Ruckus show. And like, sons of bitches. The white man. But I don't even look at it like that. I don't even get into saying, oh, it's the white man like that. No, I don't get into rhetoric like that. I just want to see what goes on. If you do it and I don't like it, we don't like it. I'm more into where is the hell is our taxpayer going? Where is our money going? That's what I'm really starting to really just get myself into. I got a couple of other side hobbies on the side. What I do, anybody in the Las Vegas area that need a cheap pet grooming, I do pet grooming. I done got myself into that. I've been grooming pets lately. I got clippers. I've been practicing it on my own dog. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get better. So anybody need pet grooming, go holler at your boy Capiche. Message me. Find me. I'll groom your dog, your cat, your animal. I got you. I'm not gonna overcharge you like it's a shop. You know what? One thing I need to probably do is get some cat shampoo. I got dog shampoo. I just ain't got no cat shampoo. So yeah, I've been doing that. Also, I've been getting into my photography. Been trying to practice on doing that, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So this is the thing that I've been working on. Like, I see that like the side hustles, I need more than one. I thought I was just gonna do a couple extra side hustles here and doing some stuff, but you know what I'm saying, it got pushed back. It is what it is. So I got some other side hustles. I'm grooming dogs. I'm getting into photography because this is a big place and it's marketing. But yet again, get back into some deeper conversations. Get back into some deeper conversations. To me, I just be wanting to know some things, bros. Like, is y'all cool with them kicking kids out of schools just to house immigrants, illegal immigrants, people that probably shouldn't be here, people that couldn't afford to be here and stuff like that? I'm like, is that okay? Is that cool? Is that what we're looking for? Are we ready to really lock some people up because they committed a crime? Or is we going to quit? Or are we going to keep telling people, oh, locking up people is not a crime, it's racist? Because that's what the people are saying. I don't know if y'all knew that, but that's what people are saying. You know what? And I don't do this, and shout out, and I'm finna do this one time for real, bros. because I just thought about this. Why I don't never do this? Why I have never thought about doing this? And I'm glad I thought about it now. Man, for one, shout out to my motherfucking sponsor. Shout out to my sponsor, Simple Fresh, man. Go check out the website, y'all. The website is up and running, dog, where we got lots of things for you on the website. Okay? Ooh, shop. Right? I'm still learning how to work this. Come on, dog. Y'all know I'm not finna play with nobody when I say that we up here. We got a little bit of everything for all of y'all. Go check us out. Go check us out. Go check us out. This is how I'm finna start sponsoring my cuz. You know what I'm saying? When you got a business, especially if you're sponsoring my channel, if you have sponsored my channel and you do this and you got a website, we're actually going to come up here every day and start going on the channel. And like, look, man, Simple Fresh. Where? Come on, look. I know some of y'all like, what? I can't believe you. But yeah, I'm just letting you know this is what it is. This is what's on here. I got toys and wear for everybody, shoes. Come on, man. I got a little bit of everything. Everything. I want you to enjoy the 2024, even if it's with a friend or even if it's by yourself, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to enjoy 2024. Okay? Enjoy. Yes, this is a real website. I'm going to start definitely putting the website down in the description for further notices. If this was a little too much for you to handle, I'm sorry, but it's going down. Okay? Okay. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me put some pimping in it. Hold on. I'm just finna make sure right now I put this down in the description. Damn. Okay. Not I'm just trying to copy and paste, but you know, whatever. There we go. That's probably what I was looking for. That'll help me out. I'm just trying to make sure I put the link down to some of these pages before I forget. And I be talking about, oh man, yeah. Oh man, yeah. Oh wow. So give me 1 second. I just want to make sure I put, like I said, put the link in the description. So some of y'all do have it, some of y'all don't. Some of y'all don't. It is what it is. Cheers. Oh man, we taking dabs? Y'all want to take a dab? See, nobody. I don't know if you took a dab, but cheers, man. I'm smoking with you, bro. What's up, Dave? What's up, Ed? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Man, I just had to, you know what I'm saying? I do got sponsorship, and it probably turned off a lot of people, but I had to show it off. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, it's in some of y'all descriptions down there. Go check it out. Is every pleasurable thing that you got for a female and lady is up here, is on and popping. Go check out the page. And there you go. New pages, but you know what I'm saying? Hey, we getting it cracking lacking. Contact us just in case you have anything. Put your number, email, and a comment. Hey, put Burn Live or Capiche, man. Let them know that you got it from me, that you seen it off my page, that it was in the bio, you checked it out. Share this to your female friends. Share it to anybody, you know. What's up? What y'all smoking on out there? How you doing? I'm chilling. I am chilling, ladies and gentlemen. I just had a lot of these stories, and I was like, I had to go over them. Plus, I just had to share that out with y'all real quick. I just had to share that out. Now, to share all this out with you guys and keep it real, keep it funky, keep it, you know, real. Can we stop with the racism in America? And the reason why I'm saying that, y'all, because there are states out here that are really screaming to us, hey, if I can scream racism, then we can't lock up real criminals. And I'm going to stand on that when I say that we really need to lock up real criminals. There are real criminals out here that's doing some real fucked up shit. You may not think it, but I'm letting you know it really do. It really is. And we need to stop this, dog. Now, California does got a new prison. I showed the video the other day. Not yesterday, actually, literally the other day. Of a video of a prison that they got going on out here. And the prison has everything in it. It's supposed to be more for rehabilitating than to lock you down and say that you did a crime and this is what you should be behind bars for. Now, if that's a good thing, I'm not sure. It is what it is. Less violence have been happening in this so-called place so far, which is a good thing. And I'm proud to say that if this works, it works. If people getting out and they become a better person and they're able to get back in the work field and do a good job, I'm 2 thumbs up. I'm with it. I'm for it. I have no complaints about that. On the other hand, when you see the video, it makes you want to say that if you're going to let people, and it's called Prison Land. Prison Land. It's real, ladies and gentlemen. It's called Prison Land. And when you go look this up and you see that they got horseback riding, they walking dogs, they got pool tables, they got Oculus, they got internet, they got schooling, they got laptops, they got TVs, they got keys to their own cells like an apartment. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's real. When you have stories and things like this is what I'm saying. You better start locking these people up for the crimes that they are committing. If they are committing real ass crimes, if they're doing it, they get caught. I don't want them to get no 2 to 3 years and go to prison land, have a good time and come home and be like, I'm not scared to do no damn jail time because prison is better than jail. And yes, this prison land, and that's what they're calling it, is real. Where they really getting a bed, hot cot, TVs and everything. Nigga, if I got a person in a penitentiary right now that smoking weed, that wants to see a cannabis and like this, he can find my show. Cause they got YouTube. Stop playing with me. They have YouTube. So yeah, he can find my show. I'm like, hey man, that nigga talking about us, man. That nigga right there. Yeah. I can get one of those. And that's amazing to me that I want people to be rehabilitated. I want people to get put back out here into the community, into the world, and be better people. As I'm with that, I am for that, I am down with that. I have no problems with that. But yet again, if I can think about them doing a crime, getting locked up, having a good time up in there, getting out, and they not scared to do it again, who cares? Because you got to understand, when these people are going to die, they're not thinking about nothing else. They're like, man, I'm finna die. What I'm living to die. So yet again, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And now you're making it comfortable for me to do what I want to do. You're actually gonna take me to a place to do what I want to do, and actually got something here for me to do. I ain't gotta worry about getting stabbed or killing or fighting or jumping or none of this real hard time stuff what I was doing in the past, which I'm not condoning. I feel like they needed to clean it up, but it is what it is. But to give them a pool table, to give them, they probably got a pool somewhere. And I like how dudes say, basically, you're turning prison into a YMCA. I didn't have a problem with them grooming the dogs to take care of owners because they're not keeping the dogs. The dogs go on to somebody else to the court. I don't mind them going to school and getting educated and, you know what I'm saying, rehabilitate themselves. I almost don't mind them going horseback riding. Almost. I almost don't mind that because, like, you got to give them something to do. You got to give their mind away from them. But when they got the PlayStation, the pool, the gym with the stadium, you know what I'm saying? When the food look better than ours, when who's paying for this? And that's the key part. When it gets down to the taxpayers' money paying for it, I'm paying for them to live better than what I'm living. That's where it get down to having a problem. That's where I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. Somebody need to pump their brakes. Somebody need to pump their brakes. Because we're actually talking about somebody sitting up here having a good time in jail, and the only thing they can say is smiling. Only thing they can say is, yeah, man, it's sad because I can't go home and see my family. But you can write them, you can text them, you can FaceTime them. Anytime you feel like she's cheating, you can FaceTime her. Oh, you cheating? What you doing? FaceTime me. So, turn the camera around. Show me up under the bed. Uh-huh. Yeah. You got somebody up in there. Now you can do that from jail. Shoot. It's a group on Facebook called Inmates where girls take pictures and show their face up. I'll be trying to put my videos out there. I don't know, just so I can get some extra eyeballs. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. Just for extra eyeballs. It's not for nothing like that. Just for extra eyeballs. And just to see if I can get some traffic through the inmates. Like, hey, inmates, what's up? Go check out the Burn Live, nigga. We smoking and we chilling out here. What y'all doing up in there? You know, that's almost how I'm looking at it. That's almost how you can see it go off when you're looking at stories like this. And I promise you, y'all, there are stories going on like this out here in America. I wouldn't sit up here and talk about anything that I fear is far-fetched unless we want to get into a conspiracy land, but that's up to y'all. I don't think too many people are into conspiracies. People actually want to hear what's going on and just see somebody at a local position like, okay, if you can agree with them, maybe just maybe I can agree with them. That's what I be looking for. A conversation to where it's agreeable. A conversation with my niggas to where it doesn't sound like we're the biggest, most racist thing going on out here in America. And that's the problem that I have. And Snow be barking because he is colorblind. He can't be racist. Hey, would that be crazy if y'all found out that dogs are not colorblind? Because I just found out on Instagram in his chat, this dude was right and said that ants only see in 2D. They don't see in 3D. And see, we see in 3D. And the only way he thinks that you see an alien is if you see it in 4D. So I don't know if that makes sense to anybody or anybody can relate to something like that. But that thing shocked me, and that's how I'm gonna switch my my topics and subjects real quick, real fast on some stuff. Do y'all think that ants see in 2D, we see in 3D, and aliens and stuff are in 4D and 5D? 5 dimension and 4 dimension. That's why we don't see them. That's why you can't comprehend that they live here on Earth with us and they've been here this whole entire time. Can that concept get through y'all heads? I'm finna take a quick break, ladies and gentlemen, so y'all can think about that, and then I'm gonna be right back. All right. All right, y'all, I'm back. My question to everybody that's up here, throw up them L's to the LPG group up in here. Do y'all think that aliens are in another dimension of seeing to where they're here with us all along? That's another thing that somebody has actually came to me and talked to me about. And I was like, interesting. I would have never thought about that. And then ever since he brought that to my attention, because y'all, everybody know that aliens have all of a sudden, since the end of 2023 into 2024, have really shown themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, they have really came out of nowhere and shown themselves off. And you'd be like, interesting. Aliens are really showing themselves. Now, I have heard another conclusion that actually, I can't say I deny this, but it actually made a little bit more sense to me because maybe it came out of the Bible. Maybe because it came out the Bible. But they saying that a lot of unnatural things are supposed to be happening now and that's going to be taking place. And that to us, we probably ain't gonna be able to explain. And so if you can't explain these biblical things that are going on, you're going to use as ghosts and aliens and other formats as that to try to say what's going on and say this is happening. And I think that's where we getting into another place and another thing where we getting into these aliens, because come on, man, I don't know, don't quote me on this. I'm going off into la la land with you guys for a second because I just feel like changing the subject for a second. And I want to see where do y'all get off on understanding life and space, time, and continuance. There you go. Where do y'all get off in trying to understand space and time and continuance? Where do y'all see that aliens, the biblical, and time and future stuff collide? Where do they come together as one, and where can it make sense? Where can it logically make sense? Because I know some people believe in ghosts that don't believe in aliens. Some believe in aliens that don't believe in ghosts. I mean, it's always some type of different mixture. But where can we sit and have a conversation and say we can come to common grounds on a conversation and all this can make sense? Is that even possible to even have, or even for me to even sit and say, you know what, we're going to have an adult conversation about aliens and ghosts, all, and make it make sense. Make it make common sense to where it had to theoretically be logical for us to even make sense. That means y'all be even want to type it up. Or am I going too far? Is going down this rabbit hole not a hole to even try to go down, because it's not going to make sense. You're not going to please both sides. Is there a thing of these aliens, or is there things of these spirituals or ghost things to where it's never going to make sense to us to where we're going to grasp it together? Aliens out there in space chilling. They only come down every so often. We may catch a plane too because it crashed. And that is the common thing that the government always say. But the planes from aliens that crash only crash around government sites. They don't hit no city. When have you ever seen an alien hit a city? Los Angeles, New York, Chicago, Detroit, Minnesota, Houston, Dallas, Miami. When have you ever seen, heard? When have you ever heard of a supernatural hitting a big ass city? I mean, explosive, y'all. Not no. Oh, you don't remember The Exorcist, man? Come on, man. Don't forget about The Exorcist. I'm not gonna forget about The Exorcist. But we're talking something that's bigger than big. Okay, we're actually getting into something that you and I are trying to explain to each other, that this is unexplainable. This is unsupernatural. These species, because you don't want to call them humans, but these species are blah blah or whatever. Am I going too far? Am I going too deep? Or am I going nowhere? You have to let me know, because I don't know. I have more questions than answers in these departments, but these questions and answers, these questions and ideas, let me say it like that, these questions and ideas have been popping up more lately than in the past. We have seen more out of strange things, out of contact things that's been going on more now than ever. What else do we, what am I missing? Other than that, I got something else to go into, because I got another story that blew my mind. I actually covered it and didn't even pay attention. It took for another group to cover it deeply than I could, for me to go back and be like, hold up, wait a minute. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whoever's watching my show, I appreciate you watching my show. I appreciate you tuning in. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and all that notification. Do all that sweet things to let me know when you, when you are live. See, that's how it's supposed to say. You know what I'm saying? I wish I had one of those things to put up there. But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. They are announcing, and they have announced on the news, that they're going to be more diverse when it comes to airplane pilots. They have actually went out here and advocated for this. Now, when I seen the story, I was like, okay, whatever. I seen the story, and like, you're going to be adding more diverse. And how you would think when people say diverse, they just mean that people are going to be non-qualified compared to people that are qualified. That's how a lot of people take it when you hear this story. But then I heard another story that got deeper into it, that went onto the website that solidified who actually these people were going to be hiring. And I was like, say what? When they mean diverse, they do mean the handicap, the maybe sometimes you may want to call them slow people, the people in wheelchair, the handy impaired, people that are on pills and doing drugs like that. And pills, if anybody take any type of pills, any type of medicine, nigga, it's a drug. So I don't want to hear you like, why can't you say they're on drugs? Nigga, it's a drug. We talking about handicapped, impaired people that are going to start flying these planes, being these cocktails, telling you how to buckle your seatbelts and safeties and purse and stuff like that. They are trying to be more diverse when all of a sudden you starting off this year with plane collisions and destructions like that. Now, yes, I'm saying this. Yes, I am complaining about this because I like to fly. Flying is one of the safest things than driving. When you put the statistics next to each other, you will see that flying is a little bit, or if I ain't mistaken, last time I checked, a lot safer than it is for you to drive. But starting off this year already, it had 2 plane collisions. You done had a door fall off a plane, just take off a customer shirt. So this is the complaint that we have. And then as you have this, you're going to put out an article talking about we're going to be more diverse. Okay, cool. Yet again, ladies and gentlemen, I thought, yeah, cool, that's what's up. This is the way to go. But then it come to find out that you're actually going to get people that maybe are not too well handicapped or qualified for the position. You know what I'm saying? You may be getting them because they may be a little impaired. You may be getting this person because they're a little bit higher of a tax write-off. That's where we have the problem, where you're finna hire somebody because they're just a little bit higher of a tax write-off. You're not really looking at the problem and the solution and trying to solve a really diverse thing. Let's go get these people over here, these brown people, these black people, whatever the hell color they want to choose to be called, and say, hey, look, y'all are qualified. We're going to bump y'all up over here and become pilots. No. We finna go to the little yellow bus. The one that's tinted, the one where you can't look in because the kids on the inside, you don't want people outside making fun of. You don't want the bad kids in the city school to make fun of these kids and throwing eggs and doing that. So they covered up, tall, good AC running. I've been on one of the buses before. Yes, they got good AC. That bus be running good. Have no breakdown problems. Never seen them on the side of the road buses. And you finna tell some of these people who's probably capable, I hope, to fly a plane where you got 120 some odd people or 220 passengers on a plane, and you finna fly them all over America, all over the world. This is what you finna do, and you finna tell people like me and you and I and everybody else that it's okay, it's all right, we diverse. What in the Fred Flintstones make you think a person is going to feel okay with that? That's going to make people start checking the cockpit a little bit more. Who up there? How'd you get here? Let me see your credentials. What does this mean? Like, I'm thinking about signing up. Like, if you really gonna be that diverse, you really letting everybody up in here. And like they said, it's a 5-year program. It's a 5-year program. So people that you send that's in this program, because it's a program, ladies and gentlemen. No, this ain't just we finna hire you and you come on. It's a program. And dude says like a 5-year program. So it's 2024. They probably been doing this since last year, knowing now 2023. Knowing now. So about 2028, they are going to be in your cockpits. They're going to be in your planes. They're going to be flying. By 2028, they're going to be flying us around. Wherever you at, wherever you doing, they're going to be flying us around. They're going to be trying to fly us, land us, get us through this hardship, weather, turbulence. Oh. Whew. Yeah, man, I done scared the life out of myself, ladies and gentlemen. I done scared myself. I don't know, man. I like flying, but if you let that happen, you're gonna have to let me smoke. Okay, cool. If you're gonna let that rock, let me smoke. Let me chill up in the cockpits. Let me smoke some weed. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be mean. I ain't trying to hurt no feelings. I ain't trying to discard nobody. But if you gonna let that rock like that, I just let me, please. Carby say that I roll for it. Say that I roll for it. It is what it is. I will be wrong for it. But I don't think that I'm wrong for saying that you are. America is trying to we trying to be the most acceptingest country of it all. And I don't have a problem with us trying to be the most accepting country of them all. I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is not just being accepting. I have a problem with us accepting everybody to do everything. That's where I have a problem. I just have a problem that y'all will allow somebody that's a little bit disabled to be on a construction site, 10,000 feet up, holding up a crane and telling him take this over here to over there. Something like that. Y'all, I mean, stuff like that. That's where I'm like, y'all are just a tad bit, a little bit over accepting when it comes to stories and things like this. That's it. I don't think you should be that accepting when it comes to stuff like this. I don't think we should be rocking when it comes to stories like this. Now, y'all, I'm in the back. I'm not actually trying to look for another story, but I just see this person. I'm like, didn't she used to be on The View on CNN? And I'm not sure, y'all, but I'm curious. This just made me so extra curious. Didn't she used to be on The View?
Commentator Anna Navarro, CNN senior political commentator, former Republican Congressman Adam Kinzinger, CNN political commentator and former Biden White House Communications Director Kate Bedingfield, and CNN senior political commentator and former senior advisor to the President Obama, David Axelrod. And I just want to start by saying, look, I know there's a lot of talk behind the scenes about splits between.
I already know who's influenced this conversation. Obama campaign. Dog, anybody believe that, dog, that Obama's still running this country? Anybody believe that? Anybody down with that? Anybody got that? When Barack Obama's running this country?
Between the Obama and Biden folks, but Kate was helping Axe straighten his tie during the break, and I saw a unity moment.
There is
You're bringing people together, much like Donald Trump last night in Iowa.
Nothing but love.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. You know, watching you do that board and looking at the red state of Iowa, it looked like a MAGA hat. And that was sort of emblematic of where the Republican Party is. The cohort, if you look at all the crosstabs, the cohort that was most striking, that the president, former President Trump has the most sway with, are this group called Republicans. And that's pretty handy.
Deep in the crosstabs.
That's a handy thing to have when you're running for the party's nomination. Nikki Haley, and the reason she is looking forward to New Hampshire is she does better with independent voters, with some Democrats who want to influence the Republican primary, but you can't win the nomination that way. And so, improbable as it seems, a guy who's under 4 indictments, 91 counts, who presided over the insurrection that we saw on January 6th, seems well on his way to the nomination.
And go ahead.
Well, I was just say it is disheartening because as a Republican to watch, Axe is right. I mean, it's Trump's party now. Like, there's no. So, but the thing that really stands out to me, it's like if I had a time machine. CNN had some numbers that showed of the people that believe the election was legitimate, which it was, by the way, it was about a 30-30-30 split between DeSantis, Trump, and Haley.
Is it really that bad that these people got black suits on? Are we at a funeral? Like, yeah. Oh girl's from The View, y'all. That's why I want to come on here. I wanted to see what she said. It seemed like this. Ooh, yeah. I need to crack that neck. But yeah, this seemed like this is really finna go down.
Haley. of those that think it was stolen, it was like Trump by a mile. I think Trump only actually got like 9% of the people that thought it was legitimate. So that makes me wonder if we could go back in time and actual leaders of the actual Republican Party could actually convince people that the election was legitimate, which it was, would that have made a difference in where we are today? And that is showing me what the importance of leadership is, because when Donald Trump said it was stolen and every other second-tier influencer in the GOP says, yeah, it was stolen, you're now convincing the party that he's a victim. If they'd have actually taken a stand and said, no, it wasn't stolen, would it have been different?
dances
what's
around.
the point of at this point crying over spilled milk? We are where we are, right? Like if my grandmother had wheels, she'd be a bicycle. You know, it didn't happen. They didn't stand up. They didn't
I've always
lead.
said that.
And it's actually a Spanish saying. Si mi abuela tuviera ruedas, sería bicicleta. But look, I think it's depressing. It's a grim day for people like you and me, and I think it should be a wake-up call for Republicans who don't want Trump, for center-leaning independents and right-leaning independents, and frankly for Democrats who have been fretting and wringing their hands and.
First picture they show of Trump is when he puts up a black fist. Now y'all know what that black fist mean. Y'all know what this mean. Y'all know what this mean. Stop playing with me when y'all see the black fist. The first picture that come on, bro. I didn't make this up. I didn't put this together. I didn't cut this video. They saying it's a sad day for those people who did want Trump, but that means you didn't advocate, you didn't go out here and preach and get into these streets and tell these niggas that Trump was a bad person. You didn't do it hard enough. You didn't do it good enough. But this is the first picture they put up of Trump. Come on, dog. And y'all wonder why I be sitting up here and say, yeah, Trump's a nigga. Y'all made Trump a nigga. Y'all made Trump a nigga. Y'all made it possible for me to even sit up here on my show and say that Trump's a nigga. Now, I wish somebody said, oh, Capiche, you're wrong for saying that. Bullshit. Indicted 4 times, 91 charges, facing felony charges. You know how many niggas are on the run right now because they facing felony charges? They not going back to jail? Huh? Or y'all, see, I think y'all forget ideas, and that's how niggas think. I don't think people understand that's how they think. And I know that's how y'all think, because people that watch shows like mine and people that watch podcasts is, don't say the word nigga. That's a bad word. But then y'all heard in the rap music, y'all can say it on rap lyrics. The black community can say it in all rap lyrics, but I can't say it. It offends my potheads, but y'all smoking weed. You smoking weed with a black man that as soon as he get on the phone with somebody that he could, what up, my nigga? What's going on? What's up? What's popping? What's good? You chilling, my nigga? All right, my nigga, I'll be over there in about 10 minutes, my nigga. I'm gonna come over there and hit you up, my nigga. Right on, my nigga. All right, my nigga. All right. So me having a conversation with one of my black people saying some stuff like that wasn't wrong. But then showing a picture of a man with his fist up like this, like people are probably appalled. I wish, you know what I'm saying, I need to capture this and put this on Twitter for real. Like, this is the paint, this is the picture that y'all paint on CNN. And you wonder why I'm like, okay, he black. Is that bad that he black? He black. Look, I offended somebody on my Facebook page. They heard me say nigga one too many times. They pew. But like I said, y'all, I didn't do this. They did.
independents, and frankly for Democrats who have been fretting and wringing their hands and clutching their pearls for the last year, the last thing in between Donald Trump and the presidency, the name is Joe Biden. And so I think it's time for people to really wake up, and this depression, this fear, this anger, this outrage, this aghastment that I feel today at watching the results, channel that into figuring out how we stop Donald Trump from ever being president again.
Kate wants rebuttal time.
Well, but I think we shouldn't lose sight of the fact that this is a weakness for Trump in the general election.
Everybody up there really got on black damn near. If you're not supporting Trump, you got on black. It's really that sad. Like, excuse me for having on black, but I got the United States American weed flag in the middle, ladies and gentlemen. We smoking in America, okay? We getting high. That's what we doing out here. We're not playing with nobody. But yet again, everybody on
yes,
this
it is
panel
hard as
is in
people
black.
who care about democracy. It's hard to look at Donald Trump, romping through Iowa last night and feel okay that he's.
Dude, another thing that people are not tripping off of, he campaigned damn near every day. He took taxpayers' money for lawsuits and campaigning. Lawsuits, campaigning, good hair. And y'all wonder why he's winning. Like, y'all be talking about people like me, oh, I'm delusional, I'm falling off the bandwagon, I don't know what I'm talking about, I have Democratic deranged syndrome, I done fell off the plantation. But yet again, I'm looking at like, damn, this dude literally campaigned for 4 years. 4 years he campaigned this. And y'all expected what? Did Joe Biden campaign? And understandable, y'all be like, Joe Biden didn't have to campaign. He was the president. He had a job to do. Facts. But guess what I'm here to tell you? And this is my idea. This is just my opinion. Let that have been Obama. Obama would have been working and campaigning too, because he would have knew what it took. You know what it takes to campaign against somebody like Trump. Come on, dog. I finna sign off this bill. Boom. I finna do a campaign rally. Boom. I finna go across seas and meet with Xi Jinping. Boom. I finna do all that shit within 24 hours. And then guess what? I'm finna do it again. Why? Because I had to show that workmanship. I had to show that hardmanship. I had to show that dedication to America. That's how much I love America. Because you got to show us that you love America more than Trump. That's what Joe Biden needs to show us. That's what Joe Biden has to sit up here and do. That's what we want to see. We want to see a person sit up here and love America more than me. There's a lot of people that don't love America. They're tripping off of a whole nother country. They want a whole nother country settled right now. That's what they tripping off of. They're tripping off a whole nother country. And yet again, we can sit up here and say, do you love America more than Trump? Anybody think that Joe Biden loves America more than Trump? Now, I understand Joe Biden has been through the ringer. I understand, and I do hold out my condolences to him for going through the ringer. No man should have to go through what he has been going through, and I truly understand that. But yet again, this man, Trump, since the day he left the office, since the day he left the White House, he been campaigning. Why did he not go away? That doesn't motivate nobody. That just he's rich. He can do that. Why would you want to waste your own money or fundraiser money? Because, I ain't going to be honest with you. He's raising money to do this. But why would you waste time like that? I lost. I can go away. Let me go back to running my businesses and do what I do. I run businesses up and down into the ground. I'm successful. I'm not successful. However you look at him, why did he not just go away? Period. When you say a person can go away and leave, then he ain't got nothing to stand for. He got no reason to be here. He can just chill. He can do whatever he want to do, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. He can do whatever he want to do. But yet again, he campaigned every day. Every day it was something. The dude would go to court and then damn near go to a rally. Some of y'all be like, oh, well, he didn't rally. Yeah, he went to a rally. He probably went to a rally before he went to court. Then he went to a court. Then it was all over the place. Okay. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping. But yet again, I get notifications every time Trump has a rally. Trump go live on a rally, notified. Bing, bing, bing. I'm gonna cover this story to get off this. It just got uploaded 4 minutes ago.
That the U.S. says was tonight, the U.S. striking back against Houthi rebels in Yemen again, destroying an anti-ship ballistic missile launcher that the U.S. says was preparing to attack ships in the Red Sea.
We anticipated the Houthis would continue to try to hold this critical artery at risk, and we continue to reserve the right to take further action.
It comes after the Houthis hit a commercial ship with a missile today, according to the U.S. military. The Biden administration now redesignating the group as a foreign terrorist organization, according to 3 U.S. officials, the goal to cut off Houthi financing. Secretary of State Antony Blinken told CNBC's Andrew Ross Sorkin the threat is impacting commercial traffic.
15% of commercial traffic is going through that strait every single day. 30% of the world's container ships. We're seeing international repercussions for these attacks.
U.S. officials say Iran continues to supply Houthi rebels with weapons and intelligence, releasing photos of these Iranian missile parts headed to the rebels in Yemen. The weapons intercepted when the U.S. Navy spotted a suspicious boat in the Gulf of Aden and sent in a team of U.S. Navy SEALs. They confiscated the missile parts, but not before 2 U.S. Navy SEALs ended up in the rough waters. They are both still missing tonight. The tension with Iran also playing out on land. U.S. officials say Iran launched multiple ballistic missiles into northern Iraq overnight. The Iranian Revolutionary Guard claiming they targeted a spy base for Israel's intelligence agency Mossad in the region. U.S. officials not confirming that, saying U.S. military and diplomatic facilities were not impacted and that civilians, including children, were killed in the missile attack. Sparking protests in the streets in Erbil, the White House condemning the attacks as reckless and imprecise.
And Courtney, you've also learned some new details about the night Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin was hospitalized.
Yeah, Lester, we've now heard that 911 call from the night, and what's clear is Secretary Austin's hospitalization was intended to be kept quiet from the beginning. An aide asking the emergency dispatchers to turn off the ambulance sirens and remain subtle.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories.
It's weird they threw that little part in at the end, but there's some missile attack part right here in the beginning. Our enemies got drones, military drones, y'all. They're doing military drones on ships. More and more antagonizing the Americans to get in deep into this war. Something that it seems like the American people seems that the Joe Biden administration people wants to happen. What? The GOP.
For most businesses, hiring can take a long.
The GOP debate canceled after Haley refused Trump rally. What?
One, I don't need to be here. Everybody knew Trump won. I'm going home. The reality is, it was Trump's to lose. And the only people, I would say Trump supporters are more likely to leave having already believed they were going to win in the first place. And this is brought up by Trump and many Republicans, that because the polling favors Trump so much, Trump supporters are more likely to be like, well, I guess Trump already won. Why do I need to show up? This is what they warn about. Some people say this is what cost Hillary Clinton 2016. They were so confident Hillary would win that many Democrats were like, why even bother showing up? So this is not a play against DeSantis. It is not media bias for Trump. It is media bias against Trump to trick Trump supporters, and it didn't work. Or if it did, it wasn't enough.
You got a great point, Tim, because right before we went on air, I read it.
Now, that's a good question because people did. I kept hearing reports about that, too. People thought that Trump supporters knew that showing a big margin like that. But you got a Trump supporter, real, true support. Trump supporters are in it to win it, and they want to see it all the way to the end. You got to understand, this is going to be one of the best movies ever of all times, and guaranteed people want front row seats and say they was a part of it. They had something to do with it. Even if you can like it or not, you can hate it, you can discourage it, you can feel however you want to feel about it. But yet again, I'm just going to be honest with you guys. There are a lot of people that are going to want to see this to the end that are supporting this and be like, yo, I don't give a fuck to the end until the wheels fall off.
Article Politico on their newsletter, it says Trump won, but only 7% of the Republicans came out. So that's their story.
Lowest
line, right? So
lowest turnout in a decade.
So if you're standing online or waiting to vote, and I wasn't there, you were. How cold is it? You're like, oh, Trump won. Let me go home. You're not going to wait anymore.
Exactly. But if you're a DeSantis, Haley, or if you're an opposition voter, you're going to be like, we all knew they were going to call it for Trump. We have to stay here and try and get our candidate to win. If come 2024, or 2020, I mean the election in November, Trump supporters are not going to back down because they know you need a tsunami of votes to win. This is why I think the play is to get it. This is why I think the primary is the general. Nikki Haley is the Democrat. She's running in the primary to beat Trump, and she's going to try and beat him in major urban strong.
Okay, now this is funny. Everybody's swinging this Nikki Haley is a Democrat thing because of certain things that she says and she's for. And see, this is what you're gonna get mad at Democrats, and Democrats are gonna feel some type of way. Don't be swinging Nikki Haley over here at us. And that's what I want to say. Don't be swinging her over there at them. Let her be a Republican that loses and loses the way that she loses. Don't give her no type of extra ammo or redefundance of what she is and who she is and how she going and what she rocking. That's just me. That's my opinion. Take it how you want and stuff like that.
Strongholds. The play here is, well, it's basically that. They are going to try to convince Trump supporters that the GOP primary, it's done deal. Trump can't lose. Don't even bother coming out. And that might work. See, because everybody's saying, come November, everyone must vote. Bring your friends. Don't assume Trump will win because that's how they trick you. But in the primary, everyone's like, Trump won already.
And RFK gave up on the primary, right? He said this is
Well,
a rigged
isn't he an
primary.
independent?
But at first he was a Democrat. He said this is
Right.
too rigged. I can't run in there. There's another congressman, I believe his name's Dean Phillips, ran. He's getting no attention.
Well,
so
Phillips is doing. I think he's doing okay in New Hampshire right now.
right. So the play is probably let's get as many Democrats as we can in New Hampshire and vote for Nikki Haley.
Mm.
And this way we can somehow stop Trump. If she can win New Hampshire, then it's Nikki ahead.
This is
with
what
the
people
donors
are
and the media.
And people are missing out that there's going to be Republican primaries in blue states. Nikki Haley could win those.
So how many ways are they trying to stop Trump right now? They're trying to pull him off the ballot, right? They're trying to send him to prison in New York, Georgia, and at the federal level. They're trying.
They're driving him crazy with civil suits.
They're
that are
driving him
like,
right.
Yet again, y'all are making this dude seem like one of the hardest working horses out there. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm having a problem with my internet problem. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go. Sorry. Till next time. Y'all know I don't like doing this to y'all. Peace.